everyone, and welcome to the first and only show match today. It is the 3v3 Japan show match between Tokyo Verdy and Thinking Facer. I'm here with Dazarin to bring all the action. Daz, how you feeling today?
I'm good, and I'm excited. We have the Japan show match here, Tokyo Verdy versus Thinking Facer. This is going to be super exciting because now we have Japan on the main stage. And I think that this is something, we saw that hype when we saw the Middle East show match earlier on this week. That was incredible. Crowley, we've been sitting here in the pregame lobby watching these guys get warmed up. That's actually, they've had one of the more interesting warm-ups. I've loved it. It looks like these guys are ready to have a lot of fun.
They're having a lot of fun. Like you said, they're here on the main stage for practically the first time. This is a huge moment here for the Asia region, and we're so happy to bring it to you here today. Talking about what's on the line, this will be 3 games. It is not a best of 3. It'll be 3 straight games, no matter who wins them. We're playing all 3 games. Both these teams are showing up here with $1,500 in their pocket, and every win they get, they will also get another $1,000. So money on the line here, something to play for. And I expect, as after what we saw in the beginning of those warm-ups, to have some exciting gameplay.
Yeah, here we go. Game on your screen. Tokyo Verdy in the blue and Thinking Facer in orange. We're going to get this one underway. I'm excited, especially I know a lot of people, the familiar face here is Realize, but he has a team here as well. You see Tenhao and Maru also making up Tokyo Verdy, but then on the other side of Thinking Facer, Xiaolon, Olpix, and Burn. They're already taken to the air here at the start.
Yeah, you might recognize the Realize name. He's been around for a little while, but might not recognize the other names, and there's a lot of great players here on the field. Maru is another one to look out for there on Tokyo Verdy. He has a shot. As soon as I call his name, he'll put the first one away.
You got to credit here on Realize for the assist. This one right off the corner. Good setup. Maru with a great shot. That's off the bar and in, too. High top placement for the first goal.
Well struck there, and like I said, I was calling him out. He's another highly mechanical player next to Realize. It's Tokyo Verdy on the board first here in this show match in the first 45 seconds. This one coming off the back wall. Burn, can he get over it? Looking for a second touch, but Realize is there to clear it away. Maru actually gets a touchdown field as well. That one was on target and dangerous for a second. Xiaolon there to slow it down.
There's Realize with the ball. A lot of people know Realize for those mechanical plays. Corelli said it himself, Maru. And, Tenhao's been in the game as long as Realize has. May not be as known for being as flashy, but definitely has that awareness. And that's why this roster is just made up of a lot of talent, which is why we want to showcase these guys on the blue side today, especially because, I know there's that superstar player, but these guys are stars in their own right.
And this is their chance to show it. Speed has been picking up throughout the game. This one cleared down towards the Tokyo Verdy side. Burn can't get around to Olpix now. That's a good shot. It's a bit high. Burn, can he get around to it? Maru is there to clear it away, but only for the moment. Xiaolon looking for the back wall. Now Olpix, good pass towards the midfield. Here's Burn again on the attack, but a good clear comes out. Xiaolon's got to slow it down. Tenhao's there. He'll put it away. Double up for Tokyo Verdy.
Oh, Xiaolon tried so hard to get back here in time. A long and well-placed clear there from Realize, and Tenhao just creeping under the ball, waiting for that mistake. And again, that goes to show you that awareness of Tenhao as a player, picking up the second goal for Tokyo Verdy.
Tokyo Verdy definitely taking advantage of those long clears downfield on that last one. Thinking Facer tough to get back at that time. Now Xiaolon, the Thinking Facer squad here trying to get something going. Olpix has a good shot from the corner, and they're on the board.
Good shot. That's a great shot. Look at that angle. You see Realize who's trying to get the clear out. Burn, perfect pass. Olpix from the corner. Laser. If you look at the speed on that one. Wow. Okay, Thinking Facer also showing up here in the first game.
Thinking Facer coming through with the detonator doing. Olpix and Burn. Here's Maru trying to get that one across. That one's off the crossbar, but it still goes in off of Burn, and Realize gets the third for Tokyo Verdy.
He gets credit for this, but just look at how much this bounces right in front of the goal line.
Oh my.
Realize off the corner, off of Burn, I think. And that's just unlucky.
That one bounced back towards the net, so that was very fortunate there for Realize.
Yeah.
And unlucky there on the goal line. And unfortunate timing and positioning there with that one unexpectedly coming back. 2-goal lead now for Tokyo Verdy.
There's Xiaolon on the ball, and you know, Xiaolon also used to be teamed up. He used to be teammates with Realize and Conra for the famed, you know, 1NE Glory Stone roster. So he's very well aware of what, you know, they're getting into. Going up against Realize and the rest of Tokyo Verdy in this matchup. I think you can see that a little bit with just how these guys have been moving up the field, looking for each other in these pass plays, as we saw it in that first goal, Burn and Olpix. I mean, these guys are not afraid to move downfield.
Yeah, there's a lot of familiarity coming into this. You know, even though it's a show match, these guys have either teamed with each other or played each other many, many, many times before. A lot of OGs here from the Asian scene. Realize he's trying to get around to it, and some good defense here from Thinking Facer as this one just rolls towards the net. Olpix try and pick it up past the halfway mark. Tenhao can get back to it, running out of boost. Burn there to pop it away for Thinking Facer, and they've done better here on defense. That's a fantastic touch from Burn. Now Olpix in pursuit. Can he get around it? Tenhao, he can't get through. Oh, that's a sneaky touch from Olpix.
Oh!
Xiaolon with the shot off the crossbar, so close for Thinking Facer. And a couple of good plays earns them a quality shot, but just can't convert.
That would have been high quality there, especially looking at the time on the clock left. They would have been able to pick up a big second goal. And I know like some of these teams also work well off of momentum, and that would have been something that was huge, I believe. Especially for Olpix, like he's one of those guys who's like super physical, loves to play out in front, get some demos. Sometimes it's a risk and reward, but he's not afraid to take that risk, and you might need it, especially in clutch time, just off the post. Burn will try to see if he can get a follow-up, but Maru on that back wall is going to clear it away.
There's that demo from Olpix after that shot. 2-goal deficit for Thinking Facer, but they have been oh so close multiple times. 30 seconds left. Olpix wants to take it to his wall. Picking up full boost here, has options. Unfortunately, that one just gets away from him. Now Burn, his turn. That ball beaten by the Tokyo Verdy side. That's a good second touch from Maru. Realize can't get around it. Time running down for Thinking Facer, and it's just so much pressure coming out from Tokyo Verdy right now. Doing a great job of just shutting down Thinking Facer. 5 seconds left. And with 2 goals up, Tokyo Verdy will take the first game.
They came out swinging. You know, gotta love what we saw from Tokyo Verdy here in the first one, especially looking at Realize. Although people are expecting him to score a lot, he was involved in every single goal here. And I think that that's something to also pay attention to, because Tenhao, he moved upfield, he caught the defense lacking. Maru was also there just putting on a lot of offensive pressure with those shots. And overall, they were just able to, out-offense Thinking Facer, who were no slouches when they were in the upper third.
Certainly in the beginning of this game, too, it felt like Tokyo Verdy did a good job of putting on that pressure. I think we heard yesterday in some of the interviews, a lot of teams saying that a good offense is a good defense, right? Having all that pressure just prevents teams from having a chance to move downfield. And it was a quality shot from Thinking Facer to at least get them on board, or on the board, rather. But Tokyo Verdy, that speed, that pressure that came out for them was just too much here in the first game. But the way things have gone, I expect Thinking Facer to slowly adapt as they did in that first game. So a very interesting start here. The pace of play so quick between these two teams.
And that's something that, you also want to pay attention to when you think about like that, the overall pace of play here is how are things going to be facilitated, right? Looking at especially, wait, I'm already losing it. Thinking Facer, I'm sorry. Seeing these guys and seeing Olpix, I do want to see that aggressiveness come out, because we didn't really see too much of it. Not a lot of bumps and demos. These guys actually respected each other a lot in the air. And for me, for Tokyo Verdy, when they have that space in the air, that's how they were able to open up a lot of lanes on offense. I mean, we saw a lot of long clears downfield. Those ended up helping out. So just for me, for Thinking Facer, playing it a little bit more closer, and also just making themselves or creating themselves more opportunities.
Yeah, and they certainly had the opportunity to score a couple more goals. There was a couple spoiled chances, and that physicality coming out from Olpix certainly shined late in that game as well. But here's Burn, flip reset. Ran out of boost as he got to it. Olpix does win the challenge at the top of the box on the Tokyo Verdy side. Here's Realize. He's fighting through a couple players here on the midfield. Xiaolon now in low boost situation. Can't really get around it. Burn To get back to it, he's just shy of the touch. Now Maru, again, Tokyo Verdy with this pressure on the orange side. That's a solid clear from Xiaolon, but only as far as Tenhao. Realize, can he get a second touch? He almost did. And Olpic's big clear. Here comes Thinking Facer. Shot is turned off the mark by the crossbar. This shot will get away from Thinking Facer.
Oh, they trying to see if they can get another one on. You see that quick transition. Olpix tries to play that into the corner. That's a long clear. We talk about a Realize. I think that was on target. He lasered that perfect read. And that's what we're talking about. Seeing this Tokyo Verdy team get that time in that midfield, that space to work with. They can put on some laser shots. That one off the post. And it'll finally be cleared away for a moment.
Trading blows too, and you see in the midfield really being skipped a lot of times, but there's players crossing in front of it and in front of the ball downfield. That's almost an own goal from Xiaolon. They are able to get the clear away, but these long balls downfield, a lot of crossing runs from the offense to get over it and put a shot on target at the moment. Both teams putting that to work. Tokyo Verdy certainly being more successful so far. Attempted flip there, couldn't get around it for Realize. Maru challenged by Burn. He does well to at least push it out towards his team. Xiaolon couldn't put it on target.
Oh, look at that beat. He's so fast, and you know, that type of speed is also super helpful in terms of Tokyo Verdy and trying to, you know, get this ball out of their own zone. For them, it's just, okay, we send it, and maybe there's someone downfield who always tries to make a play on it. If not, that's still fine. They just need some time to be able to regroup, pick up boosts, and when they are on that full tank, that's when they're the most dangerous.
Maru has a little bit of space to work with. Does get off the back wall. Maybe a bump here as Tenhao, his shot denied by Burn. Second effort by Realize will find the back of the net for Tokyo Verdy.
Look at this. Tenhao with that initial touch forces Burn to play it up high, and no one was expecting Realize to jump straight on and straight down the middle too. And normally that's not the best placement. It was there.
Olpix just shy of the mark there to make the save. Just behind the play. Does pick up the full boost here. Maybe Thinking Facer can respond back. They've done a good job to at least relieve the pressure multiple times against Tokyo Verdy, but Olpix and Xiaolon, they run into each other. Maru has an open net, the shoot on 2-0 Tokyo Verdy.
Everyone getting involved on Tokyo Verdy. This one is Maru with that high ball, able to get a good follow-up. Sometimes you just got to also pick it up by yourself. He doesn't want to get left out. He sees Tenhao and Realize making plays. Maru can do it on his own.
Unfortunate situation there for Thinking Facer. They got to battle back here. Less than 2 minutes left to play. Burn. Opportunity down the sideline. That's a decent shot towards the net, and he gets by Tenhao. Magic down the sideline for Burn.
Talk about magic here. Burn, soft touch, sets up the shot. You see Maru realize what's happening too little, too late. Perfect placement from Burn.
And I don't think Tenhao even recognized that could have been a shot on target. He was caught flat-footed. He'll squeak it in off the kickoff. I thought maybe the challenge would pinch out towards the side, but Maru does a good job to stay behind it and make sure Olpix can't push it away. The positioning from Maru so crucial to get that one in.
He had a lot of time, and the ball was rolling slow enough for him to actually catch up, get that high speed to it, and so that even with no boost, he's able to get an advantage on the 50. Love that from Maru right off the kickoff, bringing Tokyo Verdy the lead.
That pressure ramping up again. Realize a couple touches, Tenhao low boost and beat by Xiaolon. Maru, he'll commit. Can Olpix get around? It's going to be too high. He does kill it at the top of the box, waiting for someone from Thinking Facer to get there. Xiaolon was cut out. Olpix on the challenge, again off the back wall of Tokyo Verdy, and yet still they're able to get out.
Oh, now do they get out? What? They keep going. These guys are an offense. Tokyo Verdy, another one from them.
And Tenhao just rumbling and stumbling through the Thinking Facer side, connecting on a couple players on the orange side to just bump them out of the way. The ball landing on top of him and a flip into the net. 4-1 is the scoreline. Tokyo Verdy looking stronger and stronger.
Oh my goodness. You talk about strong, even on these 50s, they just do not move. Neither does the ball. A minute remaining and looking like another play being set up. Xiaolong will pick that one up. Maybe sits over to the side. But again, every time they think they have a clear, there's another chance. Maru, full faith as he gets the hat trick for this game.
What a read from Maru. And there was a lot of congestion as that one just thrown up. Realize removing one player off the ground. Burn couldn't get a good touch on it. And an easy shot for Maru, flipping into, or rolling into it rather. 5-1 now for Tokyo Verdy. We talked about their pressure, Daz, and what they bring. And boy, they have looked strong here in game 2.
Oh, is this another one? Oh, of course it is. Of course it is. They just keep piling up the score. This one's Tenhao. I love this. Soft touch, drops it straight down, and Realize is able to just clean it up.
That's a wonderful touch there from Tenhao. So smart to knock it into the ground, get that bounce. It's tough to read, even at a high level, to see how hard he's going to hit it off that ground. That bounce pass, rather, works so perfect in that situation. And now 6-1 is your scoreline. Is Burn. He'll get a second one for Thinking Facer, finally breaking through that Tokyo Verdy defense.
Yeah, and also ending that, scoring drought we saw for Thinking Facer. Good extra touch there. And like you said, right to the top left corner too. Definitely needed there for Thinking Facer to try to, just build things back, build some more confidence back into that. Because like I said, it was all Tokyo Verdy for the most part of this game. They're still trying to pile up. Is that going to be a play? Oh, what?
Tenhao was already up for that one, Realize and Tenhao chasing after it. And a nice little kickoff play from them to set that up. With 10 seconds left, it has been all Tokyo Verdy. They've looked stronger. They've looked faster. The challenge game has been in their favor the entirety of this game. Maybe one more for the road. 7-2 now. What a strong game from Tokyo Verdy.
Yeah, look at this. I love that touch from Maru, though, in the midfield. It's the soft touch low when the defense is playing high. And that sets things up. It takes, a lot of confidence to go for some of the touches that we're seeing from Tokyo Verdy. They are showing their stuff here in the Japan show match. Another victory for them.
Remember, this is not a best of 3. You're playing all 3 games here, even if Tokyo Verdy wins all of them. And what a show match it has been so far. Tokyo Verdy have clearly looked the stronger team. 14 shots here in this second game. And, Thinking Facer, I mentioned it in the intermission between this game and the last. It felt like Thinking Facer figured out Tokyo Verdy halfway through game 1. They got their act together on defense. But boy, did Tokyo Verdy kick it into a new gear here in the second game. And they looked much faster and even stronger than they did in the first one.
Yeah, they looked speedy. They had these confident touches. Not only that, when they did go up, we saw them try to come from some really ambitious plays, like that 3-man play we saw towards the end. That would have been awesome to see. You see all of that, but then you also look at some of the shot placements, not only on their side, but even in the couple goals Thinking Facer scored. And you can tell just based on looking at this region, no slouches at all. Very mechanical and very well done, even from fundamental mechanicals like shot placement to flip resets just to move down the field. I love it.
It has been a blast to watch these guys, and it is a privilege to bring them here on the main stage. They have put on a good show so far. One more game to cap off these 3 as Tenhao already looking for some sparks as he tries to look for a second touch. Not going to get it. Maru does find the backboard and Realize just comes through, slaps it down, and in 10 seconds, Tokyo Verdy on top.
We talk about setting the tone. That's how you do it. Look at this. Realize even saw Xiaolong go up for a pre-jump. Has 2 defenders. You talk about shooting in traffic. Well, no one does it like Realize. That's a speedy first goal.
And pick it up where they left off. Thinking Facer really got to slow down this Tokyo Verdy squad. And how? Trying to break out. And they do well, but at least push it to the Thinking Facer's side. Burn. Lost control on the sideline. Xiaolong to pick it up. Now Ult picks a second touch. Not there. Xiaolong trying to get there. Tokyo Verdy too quick on the defense and just poke it away.
Oh, there's that aggressive play. We see Burn pick up a demo. Thinking Facer, you can see that they definitely have turned on the speed here. Oh, that's a bump from Opix. Chance here for Burn, looking for the shot. Tina with a touch up. Shalon gets the 50 out. It'll be a double commit, but a close chance there for Thinking Facer.
And that is probably the best offense we've seen from them in the last 2 games.
Yeah.
From this one and the one before. Good couple of attempts on the Tokyo Verdy side, and maybe another one. Shalon, he'll just find the mark. An arcing shot, and everyone watched it go in.
Oh, man. This one just arc top right, perfect. Oh, a little bit off the post there too. Okay, well done.
What a strike from Shalon, and I think Tokyo Verdy, as I thought it was out, and that one just snuck in right off the post. Here comes Tokyo Verdy right off the kickoff. Morrow, easy tap down in, and they're back on top.
Just look how fast these guys get right back on the board. This one from Realize, he goes for the kickoff and still gets a second challenge like that to set up Maru. That's such good extra effort there for Realize that a lot of people wouldn't appreciate. Most people use all of their boosts on the kickoff. He still had enough to make another play.
Good work from Tokyo Verdy to instantly get that next goal and put Thinking Facer right back down. Realize couldn't get a hold of it. Tries to get help from Maru now. Thinking Facer, can they get back to it? They won't be able to. Tenhao does a good job to clear it towards midfield. Burn, not the best touch. You know Tokyo Verdy's going to be playing at a faster pace. They're going to jump all over those touches that just get away from you. Shalon on the challenge and loses it. Burn now in the midfield. Just has to pop it up back to himself. Nobody connects on it. Maru with a big clear. Realize it's still up. He almost got a touch. So it does come clean off the back wall.
Oh, no. Tenhao, so that was almost a huge whiff. Could have caused a tying game here, or tying goal, but no one able to jump on it fast enough. Still, though, you see that speed coming out from Thinking Facer, just how fast they're moving on the offensive end. Even Opix, that's an ambitious challenge, or attempt for a challenge on the upper third. Now he's going to have to make some time getting all the way back.
A much, much closer match here, or game rather, between these two teams than the one previous. And Thinking Facer might be able to find the equalizer here on this attempt. Burn, still a dangerous ball for Tokyo Verdy. If that shot could get on target, Shalon, a little bit high, but a good demo. Opix now, that shot is on target. Tenhao has to make a save, and he does clear it away for now. We'll get another touch on it. The demo might open up some space for Tenhao as that clear is given back to the Tokyo Verdy side.
Good touch out, but yeah, I mean, we talk about that last shot we just saw. Absolute laser and excellent work there on the defense to be able to get the stop out. It comes down to a minute 50. Like you said, this is as close as we've seen here from Thinking Facer. If they get some more shots like the ones we just saw, I mean, it doesn't seem like it's outside the realm of possibility to see a tying game. All picks there, looking for a bump, and Maru will get the clear out.
Burn wanted to get on the ball there just a minute ago and tried to get a couple fakes on Tokyo Verdy. Didn't work out. Now he's got to play a little bit of defense. Realize moving through the back line of Thinking Facer. Opix to pick it up. The Tokyo Verdy side. He pushes across the net. Nobody there. Both Shalon and Burn are waiting in the midfield to see what Tokyo Verdy do with it. Burn has some space. Unfortunately, couldn't get back to it. Thinking Facer, though, knocking on the door. Spending a lot of time on the Tokyo Verdy side, but not being too dangerous. All it takes is one opportunity. This will be it. Opix can get over it. Here does come through. With 45 seconds left, Thinking Facer are just down by 1.
And look at this. They are sending Opix all up the field. This may be a chance. Burn shot. Oh, it's off the post and off the defense. What?
What was that? That was so close for Thinking Facer. Their closest they've been. Burn with another opportunity. Less than 30 seconds left to play. Opix get the touch. Tokyo Verdy, they have slowed down quite a bit here in this game, and that might be credit to the work that Thinking Facer has put in to get a hold of this Tokyo Verdy side. 10 seconds left now. Can Thinking Facer break out? Maybe an opportunity if Burn can win the challenge. He does. Shalon can't get back. They're going to have to go the length of the field now. Olpix has boost to work with.
Oh.
Gets by 1. Needs help from Burn. They're setting up. Late game heroics. Can they get around it? Shello went for the bump. Nobody there. And Tokyo Verdy takes them down again. 3 in a row.
That one was much closer though, and you did see, you know, so many close chances from Thinking Facer. Tokyo Verdy held the 1-goal lead up by a thread, but they end up taking the victory, and they've won all 3 of our show matches here. I mean, it's unbelievable. Again, Thinking Facer, no slouchers. Sure, they had a rough game too, but the first and third games, I mean, they showed out.
They definitely did. They played at the same pace Tokyo Verdy as Tokyo Verdy for most of those games. That game too, though, Tokyo Verdy, they were just feeling it, man. I mean, they look so good in that game too. And here in game 3, though, you could really see the differences for Thinking Facer. They did a good job of slowing down the pace of play. They did a good job of making sure that Tokyo Verdy did not have as much opportunity as they did before. So 3 games up and 3 games down, all 3 going in favor of Tokyo Verdy. It's the first time we've seen Asia on the main stage here on the Rocket League channel, all Asia, I should say. And it was a blast to cast it with you, Daz. We're going to go to a break. When we come back, we've got more Rocket League.